FC champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Watson. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Now it's Watson. He's got it to Williams. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They bring a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On one, right?
11 mighty. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. Finding space at the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The Bengals at 10-2 on the year, and they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 coming.
Now it's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
In motion right here, Boyd. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
11.
Burrow will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50.
to the 25-yard line. So the turnover forced,
and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Gun. 11 MT paint.
Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
On 1, ready?
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One, ready?
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
I'm one, ready?
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
McPherson's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson off play action. It's complete to Williams. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Play action. It's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
11 mighty.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
11 mighty.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Mixon. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
11 mighty.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Penalty that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 Thomas.
looking to pass. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe
Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
77 yards rushing here from Mixon. He's got a first down.
Here we go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow.
Steps away to his left.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. A handoff to Mixon.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow on play action.
Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone from Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, we lasted all the way to the fourth quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Joseph Osai.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And the slot man goes in motion left. Running left, it's Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second and 12, Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
The Bengals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
And this one a 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
To the air yet again. Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Williams brings it in. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Here's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Another completion here to Hunt. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles, wrapping up a game that they should be very happy about, which they got the win.
Yeah, I thought they were clearly the better team by the end, and they earned this one with a terrific game plan and consistent effort throughout. Only fitting that they had the ball when the clock hit 0.
So for the Bengals, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.